Bonsoir, non mwen Diana Jacques, mwen ale nan Northeastern University and mwen TJ Nursing. People have a lot to say about Haiti. People have a lot to say that how we don't have good sustainable, we're not good when it comes to sustainable development, and that we don't use our money right and things like that. But people don't really understand the history of Haiti, the idea of being the first black republic and the repercussions that come with it, fighting European powers to gain your independence and being the first black country to do so without assistance, without being let go or emancipated, just fighting for your independence, and the hate that is shown to you. And there's no secret why Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. They made it that way. So when we hear about people sending money to the Red Cross and the UN and the peacekeepers, and then you hear all the controversy surrounding that about like the American Red Cross Association, how he didn't even get like a drop of that. What do you do? Or when you hear UN peacekeepers bribing people for sex, for food, for shelter and things like that, what do you do about that? When they have sex with young boys and young girls, they people who you think are here to help. What can you do about that? And I feel like that's why I've always been trying to be really involved with my Haitian roots and making sure that just because I was born here, I do know where I come from, and I don't forget where I come from. And it's not up to other people, especially people who don't have your best interest in mind, to save you. So it's 2018, and Haiti is still dealing with the repercussions and ramifications of going through an earthquake 8 years ago. And we have a president who talks about Haiti, about like how people who now have I forgot what it stands for, but the people who are here on a temporary basis because they were granted visas to stay here are now being pushed to leave and things like that. It's kind of just forces you as the millennial generation, as the Haitians who had the privilege, I guess, growing up here. They call it diaspora, which means we're from the diaspora. That's who we are. We are people who left Haiti to come to this country. It's an obligation to help back, and that's what I tend to do. So I think it puts things in perspective on who's there to help you, people who is really there to help you as a human being. But it also makes me know that like that is my home, and at the end of the day, like I'm Haitian. When Haïtien voyait. Thank you.
Alors, je m'appelle Edwidge Jean-Baptiste et c'est un étudiant à Boston University. J'étudie la biologie et c'est mon deuxième année. Well, my maternal grandparents live with us, and oftentimes my mother and her parents will sit around the table and talk. But I remember after this earthquake, for the next 3 to 4 weeks, like they were huddled around that table talking about who died, like the relatives, the friends, how they died especially. And you know, it was very walking past the kitchen, it was very like you knew that it was so painful for them to talk about it, but as a child you didn't want to like insert yourself, but you still felt that. So it was very like ominous air. And for many Haitian households, like family friends always come to visit and after the earthquake, like they just kept visiting because everybody wanted to keep each other up to date on who's gone. And even people that used to visit our home like went to Haiti on vacation and passed away during the earthquake. So that was like somebody who would be at your house is now gone. And I live in a town that's predominantly Haitian, and so most of our population obviously is Haitian. And so in school the teachers would bring it up just because we had so many Haitian students, and it obviously affected a lot of them. And so over the next couple of years, more and more Haitian students came to our school district because they were now coming from Haiti on their temporary visas. And so now I'm in class with people who actually experienced that earthquake. And so it really brought about like a greater sense of pride for me, because all I wanted to do was like give a helping hand, like befriend these people, speak to them in Creole. Even though like most of them did know English, but I just wanted to connect with them on, you know, where we're from collectively. Even though I wasn't born and raised there, we are still, you know, Zone Nation. We are still a people, and it's definitely still has an impact. I think our community, especially mine back home, since it was predominantly Haitian, I do believe that we all did grow closer through helping each other out, through the mournings, the loss. But ultimately, like, there's still so much love to go around, and they all send money back to Haiti, whether it be to their friends and or family members. And I sent my own clothes over there. So it was just a collective effort, a collective community effort.
Alors, moi-même c'est Bejeana. Moi-même c'est un junior étudié advertising à l'école de communication. Et je suis allée à l'école à Boston University. And je suis haïtienne. In terms of like what America has done to help Haiti, I think everything's false. I can't swear. I don't like the Red Cross, especially for what they have done to Haiti. So basically, during the whole time with CNN, they've raised billions of dollars, like literally billions of dollars, and you could honestly read about it. Read about Red Cross. Before, like, don't ever support them. Don't leave the blood strike, because they had billions of money, and like they tell you the amount that they actually have done. There is only it has been 7 years, but I just remember like there's only about less than 50 houses that they have rebuilt. I remember Anderson Cooper did like the year after, it was like a year after Haiti, like documentary, and they show like the bulldozers being brought to Haiti, but weeds are growing on top, or growing like within them. So it's like they haven't been used. The workers haven't been used. People could go there to do community service work, but they're not really like servicing the communities. I feel like it's just like romanticizing community service work and romanticizing like Haiti's a poor country and they need our help, like the whole like White Savior Act. So I just don't like the idea of Red Cross, because they really these had all this money, and how you gonna tell me they're not? Yeah, so I went back to Haiti in 2012, and it was very interesting, like how life has changed. But we live in a gated community, so we have a huge lawn and a really big house. So that house was unusable. So what my grandma does, because my grandma's like, well, I'm still gonna like try to still live here. I still have to go back. Like for my mom is still there, and like I need to live. So it's just like that's why I love Haitians, because they're just persevere. Because basically it's like a white slab, like I guess like in a shack in terms like American terms, and like, it looks like shady on the outside, but when you walk in, my grandma decked it out. There's marble tiles. She brought in this red couch. She made a whole room. She like added power sources, and she really made that shack into a home, like plugs and everything. And like she was like, I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna rebuild and rebuild on my own. Like we still bring money back. Yes, the economy is bad, and this life has been so different in between. It's like the gang violence, the looting. There's like safety measures. Like I remember, like you can barely drive there because the roads are unsafe. People are hanging on to your car, and there's a term like when I go, I can't wear earrings. Like I have to like kind of hide the American fact, or like you will get robbed, or you will get kidnapped on site. So there's like a safety issue, but I feel like in my head, Haiti is still doing fine, like people wise, and I don't like people being like, oh, Haiti's still in shambles. Like people could still, a lot of people actually go there for vacation. The roadside is really beautiful, and they're doing fine without Americans. Americans just fucked it up. Americans just have messed up the country in the beginning, but it's like I'm more upset not the fact that earthquake happened, but the way people fundraise for it for their own benefits. I'm going back to Red Cross, because if you look, if you search them up, you can see the CEOs like their salary, and it's ridiculous. For what? And they'll literally, I read this whole article about how they keep getting raises and then nothing's really happening. and then they basically just, it's like a bankrupted, like bankrupted, what, like initiative, like organization for nothing. So like, what are you really doing to help?
Hi, my name is Sidney Alexander. I go to Northeastern, communications major with international affairs. I'm in my last year, graduating May 4th, so it's a very exciting time for me. My father's Haitian, my mom's American, so I have an experience from both cultures. My dad became a cop over 20 years ago, and up until recently, let's say 5 years ago, around when the earthquake happened, actually directly after the earthquake happened, there was a program implemented to teach police officers how to community police, how to conduct investigations more effectively, just enhancing the policing experience in Haiti, because they were struggling to, confine and deal with and also regulate the people down in Haiti after this tragic event, because they don't have a lot of funding, because they don't really have a lot of resources to really draw from. It's really a free-for-all down there, and people are really surviving through wit, through just pulling together as a community. But in any environment, there are going to be people who take advantage of those situations, and we're seeing that a lot now. So like, my dad, when he came back from a tour that he did in Haiti, and typically a tour will last for like at least 6 months. He came back and he told me a story where he was dealing with this case, and this man, he had some mental ailments and disabilities, and he went into a shack in the shanty towns, or towns or areas filled with tents, and he went to the shack and he tied up the husband, his wife, and his 2 kids, and he set the shack on fire. And my dad showed me pictures of, the aftermath and the bodies and just how it looked as a whole. And to me, I just remember thinking like, that is like really crazy, and I couldn't imagine something like that happening here, especially given the environment, because again, mind you, like it's full of like tents, like less than 10 feet away from each other. So that was just really shocking. But it was really interesting, just because the man escaped. Like, no one knew where he was, and no one was really talking. So that was really interesting as well. But just to be able to go in there and just kill just a whole family like that was really kind of weird and shocking to me. And that's kind of the states of where Haiti is in right now. It's just it's a wild land, and it's unpoliced, and people are just able to get away with things and do things without really the fear of being like detained or disciplined. Another scenario that he told me about was there's this real scam that's going on where people from Haiti will like exist within the border between DR and steal people's motorcycles, and pretend like, make a scheme where pretend like they're going through something, somebody will stop, and they'll just kill the person on the motorcycle just to take their motorcycle and sell it for whatever they can get for it. And that's really what's been going on. That's really rampant right now, that they're working on and trying to detain